Okay, so this map is a strange one because it gets played very differently between different teams. I think if it plays out the way it's, I don't want to say supposed to play, but if it plays out, for a team that's very good at this map, it should be the terror side having a pretty big advantage. And the reason for that is that the A and B bomb site they're really far apart. This is a big map, and it takes a long time for the CTs to rotate all the way from A to B, no matter which route they take. Except if they hold control of the middle of the map. If they hold control of middle, then, from middle to A or from middle to B is a lot shorter. And the problem is that is not always easy. The Ts have a lot of different ways of getting in here. So if you lose mid control as a CT, you are pretty screwed. And then your rotation is just going to be way too late for anything to happen. So that's my prediction. A good T-sided team here is going to do really well.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. And you touched on it. The focal point of this map is the middle area because it allows you to have pretty quick rotations, and that's key on a map like this because the bomb sites are so far apart that it's essential, really, that you keep control over mid. So I'm expecting, not knowing how much the two different teams have practiced this map, but I know LDLC has experience on this from Source. I would expect them to be focusing heavily on that middle area.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think at the beginning, especially, I looked a lot to the Source teams for this. So, yeah, LDLC and the current Titan lineup, the Dignitas lineup with Fetish and some of these teams. But one of the teams we've seen do pretty well on this map recently is actually Virtus Pro, which obviously, at least 3 of the players have an incredible history with 1.6 and not Source. So that took me by surprise that they're that good at it.
Well, they have a Source player.
Well, that was what, when VP played versus NIP, I think, was when VP, kind of got the idea that they actually had to start putting some time into season.
Yeah, maybe.
That was several months ago,
but I think
closer towards the beginning of the year.
Wasn't that during the ESEA regular season we casted that game? Because I think we were all kind of
iffy,
mystified by how they could leave mid so open, both teams. And Virtus Pro was the first team to actually figure out that, mid is kind of an important deal on this map.
And what was that? Back in March?
I think, yeah, the end, or maybe not the end of ESCA regular season, but in the middle of it? Because I think we had a night where we had 2 season games in a row.
Yeah.
One of them being Navi versus VP, and then VP versus NIP. Something like that. And whatever team actually contested mid and took control over mid, they won the game, pretty much. And I think one of them went into, double overtime or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It really was.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to picking CT side right now.
Okay, so that's very interesting. They did win the knife round.
Yeah, well, if you're confident about what you're doing and if you feel confident in that you can keep control over mid, then I think you'll be fine starting either side, really.
This is something that we've seen very often on this map. In the pistol round, it's actually a straight rush to the B-bomb side, and it works also in rifle rounds. If you catch a team off guard, it can definitely be cool. But Maniac and Apex are both here, and actually Maniac has a lot of grenades to work with, so this could be a little bit painful for Na'Vi if they run into one of those HE grenades, although 4 of them do have body armor, so it won't be the complete end of the world, but we'll see how this is going to unfold. Body armor won't help you against that USPS face shot.
Just seeing how Na'Vi are acting on this map right now, it seems like they're fairly confident. I mean, they are knowing where they're going, and already we've got a good firefight going on to the B site, and they should be able to get the bomb plant fairly quickly here, Na'Vi. First kill comes in for Zeus on Kaylee, and he's going to get a second, just barely misses out, in fact.
Oh, so close now. They got to be careful. Caesar's trying to wrap around. Maniac very low on health here, but they are going to get the kills. Na'Vi, they get the bomb down, but they've overextended quite a bit. Guardian with an easy pick-off goes for a second one, but somehow fails to hit the shot. A little bit of a misplay there. Now Starix has to contend with Happy. He's not even going to get that shot, and already Uzi was defusing, so a sick retake from LDLC. I thought for sure that was going to be Navi's round.
I thought so as well, and then Uzi worked his magic.
That was it. Uzi with 3. How? Where did those come from? He just seems to magically land the headshot every time he needs to.
He's actually really been playing really well. He might not have been the guy who was on top of the scoreboard for LDLC in each games, but he's definitely been getting important frags. I would value that a lot higher than, you could easily get 20 kills if you're the last guy remaining every time in a 1-on-4. You might pick up 2 kills each time. It doesn't really matter, but you're still going to get the good stats. So, yeah, Uzi is definitely picking up a lot of big frags for LDLC.
That's good news. I like this way that the Maniac's holding over here. Because he's so aggressive, so forward, he can see when they're coming and easily fall back, and it allows for, as we see, Apex actually rotating all the way over. So, yeah, that's a nice way of just using that 1B player there.
Well, for now, it is a bit of the, a bit of the mid-fight coming in between these two teams. They really are putting it at it, or trying to get control at least, as Kaylee just continues to peek out. That's his second frag so far. He's finally going to get caught by a nade thrown by Edward.
And they have 2 Galils on Navi's side that they bought, and some body armor on Edward still, but actually winning this round is still some distance away from Navi. They have the bomb in the middle, and they have about 35 seconds to make up their minds. And if they go towards the B bomb side, then look at how far Maniac is. Oh, wait a minute, are they going to backstab him? They're in the vent looking. This vent area is a very unique part of this map, makes it very interesting, and they're going to spot him walking through there. Can they get a kill on him? Maniac trying to return fire. What a... Oh, no, it's because of the change. You can't shoot through.
Really?
You can't shoot through there?
I think it's the fence. I don't think it's the actual vent. I think it's the fence that does it.
Oh.
Okay.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Is that actually what happened?
None. Some of them would have hit otherwise.
Yeah,
so
you
now
can see
time's
Guardian
up.
and Seized are
Yeah.
talking about it. Yeah.
They
so
would have hit.
this is a huge deal for this map, because this is how you pick off rotations
Yeah.
on season.
Okay.
So Valve have somehow messed this up without even trying to redo the map. That's impressive.
God. That is potentially a round that Navi just... I mean, they could have maybe won it if they had got that kill off on Maniac.
Good
They
to know.
they could have picked off Maniac pretty easily. They had 2 people in vents. So I don't see how... Yeah, that's just a real shame. And that's going to make the T side so much harder for Navi.
That's the thing now. Is this something that turns it into more of a CT-sided map now?
Well, how are you going to pick up rotations unless LDLC opts to run straight across mid, which would be incredibly stupid.
This is so strange. I mean, that was basically... what we just saw was like, you know, watching a child walk into the tiger stand at a zoo or something and just walking up to the glass and having the tiger go nuts, and then after a while it realizes, oh wait, nothing's happening. It was just so anticlimactic. But now actually it's working out pretty well here. Happy is going to be alone at the A bomb site. Rotation is coming in from behind Apex here, but Happy has to stay alive for quite a while, waiting for his friends to come.
Happy, a little high-strung there, shooting at a corpse that goes flying through the air. Physics. And now it is going to be seized. 10 HP, 1v2. With 12 bullets. Can he do it? One of them's going to be sprayed up.
There it is. Nope, no kit. And actually, well, they should have probably let Maniac defuse that, but never mind. It's all good in the end. Very close round, and Navi actually could have taken that round if they had just, I don't know, been a little bit more fortunate with killing Happy in the end there. But otherwise, I mean, 3-0 here is a pretty good start for LDLC on what I would say the less favored side. But we don't really know with that vent if it makes a big difference or not. We'll see.
Could be an intentional change.
No.
Could be totally an intentional.
No.
Like Valve are mind gaming all of us right now.
Never,
But
never, ever.
Valve haven't touched this map, luckily, yet. And I know, and I have played this version, and you were definitely able to shoot through the vents.
Right. Okay. So that's potentially game changing here. That LDLC can't be too pleased about this either.
No, honestly, because it works both ways, obviously, because someone from Navi has to be in the vents to get a pick off on a rotation, but also it's a really easy way to get a different angle on a mid take, right? Because you drop out from the vents. So it's also a potential pick-off spot for LDLC, but it kind of just limits everyone's options, and that's never something you want to do on a CS maps. You want to have as many options as possible, which is why things like skyboxes are just the worst thing in the world, because it limits X amount of nades and smokes and whatnot.
Yeah, it's always really disappointing when you find out a smoke gets blocked by some weird thing in the sky.
Some invisible thing.
Edward looking for a third kill in the streak there, but he's not going to get it. And Maniac's in a pretty cool position here. If they are focused on Kaylee, and right now they definitely are, they're not realizing that they are about to go down. There's one, and actually that puts a big dent in it. Now that gives time for Happy to rotate all the way over, and they still have to worry about what's going to be happening. You need a Molotov to boot here. This is not easy for Na'Vi to deal with. Seized, low on health here, and he's going to get backstabbed. Happy coming in. That is now... The bomb is still in control of Zeus, but he's not going to be able to fight his way out of this one, I think.
No, he is actually managing to take a fight here at least, and he gets behind the box. Does Zeus actually get the plant? No, he goes for the win!
3 HP.
3 HP! 3 HP! Zeus makes it happen.
Okay, that was much better than I thought. It looked like they had him in a chokehold there.
Yeah, it really did, and that was just a really solid showing by Zeus. Kind of a ballsy move as well. He could have went for the safe thing, and that's basically just conceding the round, planting the bomb, and being happy with it. But yeah, he went for the manly mode and or the manly option, and it worked out.
Yeah, very nicely done. Na'Vi now with a round on the board, and it's an eco from LDLC already, so that says a lot about how close it's been the other 3 rounds. Really, LDLC have lost a lot of rifles at the beginning of this round, or the beginning of this game, so not too surprising that they're ecoing already. Kaylee knifing the walls as he's running, not a good idea. Uzi with a good body shot, and needed just one more to make that work.
Zeus catches a man rotating through, so now it is just going to be Uzi with a hell of a headshot on Seized.
Yep.
And now they know. Does it go both ways? Okay, so apparently it's
It's the fence.
It's the fence.
Yeah, it's not the vent itself.
Yeah, but Uzi just took damage there.
Yeah, through the vent, but not through the vent and the fence.
Yeah, you can shoot through the vent, but the fence that's sort of covering it, you can't.
Okay,
because
so,
logic.
Yeah, like, okay, so the opportunity is still there. It's just really awkward to get into a position where you can actually benefit from it. That's really what it comes down to.
We need to go on and do some like thorough testing here, because that just... We really do need to get into the server later and just test. Because that's so weird. That's just really, really weird.
3-2 is the scoreline, and we are moving into the 6th round here with Na'Vi starting to string some rounds together, and that's good news for them. But now Kaylee has picked up an AWP, which gives them... this is a really nice way of holding middle, especially now that he has 2 more people in here with him. Not going to be easy for Na'Vi to take control of the middle, which apparently they don't even really care about.
Well, they're probably pretty aware that the mid is a focal point, so LDLC are going to hunker down towards the middle area and explore other sites instead. Which is not a bad idea, but they could run into a bit of a chokehold if LDLC pushes out and actually gains more control over mid, because right now they're kind of just posted up, eagerly anticipating something from Na'Vi. But there we go, Kaylee rotates over towards the bomb site.
Look at Maniac, he's pushed all the way out on B as well. If he keeps going here, he's going to be able to get a flank eventually.
And a lot of information about where they are on the map. Sees try to flash himself in, not really the perfect flash, and they got to be so careful. Right around the corner, Happy's waiting. They try and flash him once more, not working. Happy goes for the spray and doesn't connect with it. Goes down. Now Uzi looking to see if he can take it up, and there's the bomb drop right inside the site. Seized and Guardian gonna have to try and see if they can get back in here, put the bomb down, and win another round, because otherwise they won't have that much money to work with. Seized is now alone, and Uzi's gonna drop him. So very good defense coming out here. Apex with a triple, Uzi with a double, and Na'Vi, they can make the buy. The one of them I think is gonna be in a tight spot.
Uzi just continues to impress. I mean, he's sitting 7-0-2 right now, so not only does he have a great ratio, but he's not interested in sharing with his teammates either. He is just... It seems like round after round, he's able to just string frags together. And this has been across all of the maps tonight played. Uzi really is getting those big frags for his team, which is very interesting, seeing as how when LDLC was first created, Uzi was seen by and large as the weakest link in the chain, essentially. Being like that hard support player. Nobody was looking to him to get the big frags. And yet now, Uzi is definitely a force to be reckoned with here.
I was waiting for a long time for Uzi to either announce his retirement or just get kicked from the team, basically. To put it bluntly, that's actually what I thought would happen. But I'm just the last couple of months, I've just been continuously pleased and impressed by his performance. So I'm glad he didn't. And shows you maybe sometimes hard work, does pay off a little bit every once in a while.
Yeah, hard work and persistence.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the online forums have been too gentle on players like him and Existence and Fiflar and those guys. So it's good to see that they don't give up.
Some people have fallen to those forums. Striker, rip in peace.
Watch. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Seized gets the bomb down. It's back into a 3-on-3. Let's not talk about the fallen heroes.
No.
We'll see if Edward can cover from behind. Kaylee actually picks up that kill. How on earth? Now, Guardian should be able to do this, but Kaylee just knows everything. He's picked up a triple kill. He stops exactly at the right spot and just takes them down. Seized, gets dropped, but that was all Kaylee. I mean, for him to get the first kill, alright, but the second kill was very impressive. He just...
I think the first one was equally impressive. Did you see, like, he crouched down and shot him through the box?
Just barely caught him, too.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I think, regardless if this is his T or his CT map, whatever, if you're playing against a Kaylee that's hitting his shot, it's going to be really tough regardless.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. And 5-2, I think, is a very good start here for LDLC. I think, actually, all you need on the CT side here is about 6 rounds, and I think you're looking pretty good. And considering that Navi are ecoing, it's looking very doable at this point in time.
And Kaylee just continues to wreak havoc. Apex gonna go toe-to-toe with Guardian, and actually Maniac is gonna get there to rob him just in time. But a perfect hold coming in from LDLC means that they are starting to get a little bit of breathing room as far as money is concerned, and that's definitely... I mean, that's definitely important for them, especially because they lose a round, they want to be able to buy up again. You know, even if they've got 6 rounds on the CT side, if they can just keep the pressure up on Na'Vi, they need this map to stay alive and become the kings. That's basically what I'm getting at here.
That's what it is. $750 euros, on the line, and 250 for the loser. So there is a pretty fair difference between winning or losing here.
And actually, you could see Starks is kitted out with the CZ75. He actually bought up fully with an AK the last round. And I'm not really sure why, because obviously we always talk about balancing out the economy within your team. But they did nothing of the sort.
Guardian, what an incredibly unfortunate timing there. He had his knife out. Maniac just keeps shooting at them. You think they take him down eventually, but they're just not that fortunate. Finally, Starks drops him, but too little too late, it seems. Starks very low on health. 1 grenade is going to be enough, though. He'll return one onto Apex to begin with. The bomb's still not planted, and Edward just doing what he can to hold his teammate alive, but the rotation's already happening.
They bought a lot of time. Now Starks, it's almost like it's just... The map wants him to have a fighting chance here. 14 HP. He's got the AWP. He knows someone is there as well. Now Edward gets in. Edward with the double spray. And now this is reality here. Edward could actually make this happen for his team.
He could. He might. He will. Oh my god. Controls the click at the end and takes down 4 members. That was such a beautiful ending to that round. Although, I have to say, I don't think I've ever wanted anyone to clutch with an AWP more than that time. Because you're absolutely right, Semler. If that AWP had been blasted over to him and he'd picked it up and just killed everyone, that would have been probably the most action movie-like scene we've ever seen in the game.
The shit just got real, and then it's like Starks just starts unloading.
A nice round from Edward. Really beautiful play. I mean, the initial completely wild and sick spray coming out, but then the ability to calm down right afterwards and just control your clicking is very impressive. Edward does go down, just praising him, and we curse him a little bit here. And now a very standard setup that we see pretty often is Happy pushed up aggressively here towards the spiral staircase.
Yeah, and I like the fact that LDLC are taking an aggressive stance. Whenever they're not contesting mid-control, they're actively trying to get control over other spots of the map, and that's really the right way to play Season.
I do believe Happy just shot Ceased in the face as he was jumping, so that was a pretty impressive reaction coming out from him.
I do believe Kaylee has an AUG.
Yeah, I saw that as well, and it caught me by surprise. I was like, yeah, it's a scope, but it's not the right scope.
Well, for a second, I forgot which game I was in. I thought this was COD, and then
oh no, you didn't.
Then I remembered.
Okay, so the bomb's working towards the B bomb site, and Maniac is the only guy to defend here.
Yeah, he's got a Molotov in hand, but he doesn't even get to prime it. He's going to go down, and it's a 3-on-3. Now we see the problem with the rotation time here. This bomb is going to go down, and they are still just running there. By the time they get there, they won't have all that much time left, and because there's still a few grenades on Navi as well, they can even use them to buy more time. So this is a very tricky situation coming out. I think Kaylee almost could have caught Zeus from behind, but he was a little bit too slow. Now they're going to have to charge in here because the clock's already ticking. Nice shot from Uzi. Apex jumps down off of the balcony, tries to get the shot on Starix, and will do it. And there will be the retake with enough time for the defuse as well.
I actually don't think their rotations were that late.
No.
You already had Apex and CT Spawn and Uzi, well, on the B side of mid. The only one who was a bit far out was Kaylee, and he just belted it really. He ran for it and came up from behind. So it worked out. Because
Yeah.
I think it feels like LDLC are basically taking their experience from the map in Source and using that to their advantage. They know what they can get away with and what they can't get away with in terms of when they have to rotate and whatnot. So
What
I think they're
is-
doing a pretty good job right now.
What kind of experience is Ceased putting into play buying this auto shotgun? That's what I want to know.
That's a bit of an odd buy. And well, I guess it kind of evens out his economy, but I would have rather seen him pick up something like a Deagle or whatnot. But he does get a kill with it.
Maybe
Okay,
he has one of those new missions that he needs to complete, you know, get X amount of kills with an auto shotgun in a competitive match, and he's like, sweet, I'm definitely going to be
Yeah.
getting this skin right here.
This is the time.
That was incredibly strange.
But it did get a kill, so that's $900.
It put Happy right in his place.
Yeah,
He's
also
like,
a
"Are
thing.
you serious?"
That's
That was
also
that was a running headshot too. That was pretty dirty.
Okay, so what have we had? We had knife kills, overtimes, incredible ninja diffusers, and now also an auto shotgun. So for the first week of this King of the Hill tournament, we've had almost everything you can ask for.
yeah, we're covering all bases here.
Yeah, securing the sweet plays.
We've had a knife too. Like what else?
Yeah.
What else can you think of off the top of your head? Kaylee gets caught to the face though. Edward will find him.
I think we still need like a triple nade or something. Maybe someone dying in fire, completely being burned alive.
Dying in fire. That's a good one. Look at this, Edward.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
It did 0 damage as long as Apex was behind that fence. So I'm actually kind of surprised that Apex opted to take that challenge. But yeah,
Apex
still-
just stood there, you know, with this like you know,
like
it's like his
taunting
thumb
him.
on his nose, you know, the
Yeah.
fingers waggling, like, come get me, bro. Why can't you get me?
I don't know about you, gentlemen, but I sort of feel like that we're gonna be on Dust 2, right, for the final map. Is that true?
It's looking likely.
yeah, it definitely looks like it because I don't think Navi are going to be as efficient on their CT side.
No,
That's
I don't think so
LDLC.
either.
So Dust 2 is definitely looking like a possibility at this point. But not that that bothers us at all because I'm happy to see these teams play one more map.
I mean, you know, we want what we paid for, right? All three
Yeah.
maps, yeah, in a best of 3, and especially because Dust 2 is such a fun map to watch. And
Yeah.
I mean, Guardian is always
And
kind of a
Kaylee.
pleasure, but in Kaylee, yeah.
Guardian and Kaylee versus each other, going up toe to toe. That's going to be fun.
Seems even, yeah, definitely that because Kaylee seems to be really in good shape right now, and Guardian, the Guardian that we saw in the first series from them was just a monster as well. So one hopes, Dust 2. I mean, what we have to see here is, you know, can Navi pull it together off of an eco round against an
Yeah.
LDLC that's fully bought?
We'll have to see. And Kaylee keeping up the keeping up the trend of putting all bullets to the face of Navi players.
Happy another shot midair. He's really, really quick with that reaction. Guardian, though, in the middle. You might have an AWP, but I have, you know, the tiny, tiny AWP. It's not going to work out for the second one. Uzi will still take him down. Kaylee, though, you know, being a gentleman about it, saying, nice shot. 10-3, and we're moving into the 14th round. Guardian going to pick up an AWP, and this time, actually, well, actually looks like he might go in for the B-bomb side instead. I was wondering if he was going to go mid and try and challenge him, but I guess B is a fair bet as well.
Yeah, if LDLC continues to push out aggressively, that could be a prime spot to pick off one of the LDLC members. But you can see Kaylee. Seems like he's trying to follow Guardian because he's already over at the B-bomb site.
And what kind of standoff? Happy and Seuss over here just looking, but Happy is going to fall back. So, I don't know. They're spread out all across the map.
Oh my god, and he catches Guardian of all the places.
Maybe they have like a feeling, you know, like a Jedi kind of intuition about where the other AWPer is.
Yeah, it must be.
Hi, Kaylee.
Sees the lone. He does finally take down Maniac, but the bomb is dropped in
forgot the bomb.
T-spawn, so I'm not really sure what kind of quest he's on right now.
Sabbatical?
Maybe he wants to get all 5. Doesn't need to worry about the plant. He's getting all the 5 kills.
Yeah, well, Uzi and Happy are very close. They can hear him running, and this is going to be the end of Seized. Just walks right into it. 11-3. He did pick up the bomb.
And then instantly died. But hey, they let him get that closure.
Yeah.
11-3 and 15th round coming up.
LDLC are playing this map to a T. They're playing Season how it's supposed to be played. I think it's that simple. And yeah, it's not easy to go up against a team who knows what they're doing on a fairly new map.
No, it isn't. Molotov to start. Actually, double Molotov, and they're going to be running right through. They're roasting in the fire. They gotta move. Maniac gives us the first Molotov kill. Thank you very much. And Apex still defending inside. Going to pick up the one, and then still leave Seized alive. And Edward has a little bit more HP to try and do this with. They are coming to the bomb site. They are going to take a little bit of time to get there. But considering the health difference here, they might be able to just come back and retake it.
Yeah, it's going to come down to some sick shots from Seized. He's already gotten a couple of them, though. Edward, decent HP, couple flash nades as well. Once they figure out where LDLC are coming from, they could slow them down. One of them has been spotted now, a little bit of damage going out. And now Uzi with the flank gets caught by Edward.
Yeah, one goes down. Happy. C-set 75 out, just charges in and takes care of business. Double kill for Happy. He could have thrown a grenade in the back, obviously. Maybe didn't know how low he was, but they actually both had grenades, both the remaining LDLC members. But that's it. First half, 12-3, and this is not Train or Nuke or anything like that. This is actually supposed to be a terrorist-sided map, so Na'Vi are in a pretty deep hole, but it's good news for those of us watching. It means that we're very likely going to be seeing Dust 2 as a third map. Yay!
Yeah. But yeah, even though it's supposed to be a team map in CSGO, I'm actually not that convinced that it is a team map. In Source, we saw all kinds of results on Season. Okay. I think it's more down to how good you are on the map, which might seem silly because obviously if you're the best team on Dust 2, there's no real like less favorable side for you. Yeah, in a way, but that's kind of how this map plays out. If you're really good on the CT side, you can get a bunch of CT rounds. If you're really good on the T side, you can get a ton of rounds on the T side.
Well, the charge is on, and Kaylee opens up with two great headshots and just goes for a third one because why not? I mean, maybe he's even going to go for a quad, but actually Happy will take down Stu. So now Starix is quite far away, but that kind of opening from Kaylee is kind of devastating to your team. Leave you, I don't know, wondering for a while what actually happened. Apex in the corner hiding, and Starix is going to take a lot of damage and will eventually go down. It's going to be 13-3, and that almost certainly puts us on Dust 2.
Yeah, that seems like the nail in the coffin. And I'm actually a bit sad that we're not going to see LDLC play the T side of this map because I think they would have done really well on the T side as well. I think they're just a good Season team, and I think that obviously comes from their experience with the map previously. But yeah, I would have really liked to see what they had planned for this map because it wouldn't take it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But this is a conscious decision. But this actually like puts them really high up there for me now at Gamescom. The fact that they are clearly very confident on Season, this really gives them an edge.
The Season isn't at Gamescom. Unfortunately.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Why am I imagining
it? Should be. It should be.
Why am I imagining it's at Gamescom?
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Hopefully, when FMP1 is done with his, I guess, remodeling of Season with the recheck string and making it look a tiny bit more sexy, because it's not the prettiest map in the world. I think that's safe to say. But yeah, once that's done, then hopefully.
Bomb too far ticked here. Sorry to interrupt, but not going to be happening. Seized will get the triple kill and double from Edward, but no, doesn't really matter here. 14-3, and even one of the last players from the CT side actually dies to the bomb blast, so no money really for Na'Vi. They save an AK, and they're going to be up against a fully equipped LDLC team. Yeah.
But Edward is the kind of player who could work miracles with an AK in his hand. We saw Scream do it, although it didn't work out quite in the end versus Na'Vi on Cash. Mm-hmm. But he did at least save that one round after he picked up an AK, or managed to save an AK, so who knows. Maybe Edward comes up big.
Well, we'll have to see. He's going to have to try and come up really big, because otherwise it's going to be map point very soon. And there's the first kill and a 6-second shot. Clicking away like he actually was Scream. Just very good rifle control from the Ukrainian player. And now he's looking to take one more down, and he will drop Happy. I mean, this is just a real delight to see, isn't it?
It really is.
That's amazing. Edward just makes it look so casual, so clean, just like Scream. So yeah, that's. I mean, that's impressive play right now, and it seems like Na'Vi, they're going to be able to extend this map just a little bit longer here. LDLC, actually, as far as the money is concerned, I mean, this is a big round for Na'Vi. They're going to win an anti-eco pretty much.
Unless Maniac. There's still 45 seconds. Is he really going to wrap around to the A bomb side? That'd be a really big flank coming out right here.
That would be so sick. But he has to get a move on though, because Na'Vi are closing in on him. Yeah, now, yeah. I think he realized that it's now or never.
Yeah. So he makes a run all the way back to A Edward, and Cease is starting to wonder what is actually happening.
What's happening?
Why is there no bomb plant?
But I mean, Maniac is going to get into a pretty good afterplant position, and Cease does not have a lot of HP, so I think he has to wait for Edward to rotate over as well before he can actually commit to a retake.
That'd be the smart move right now. And Maniac getting up to an even better position up here on the high ground, all the way in the back. He's going to be waiting for Edward, and this might be an easy kill. Edward. Oh no, he reloads. Why are you joking? The worst timing in the history of the world. Just, I can't believe. That would have been just such an easy kill as well for him.
And that was one of those unnecessary reloads. Like, you have plenty of bullets in your AK, but you like to see 30 instead of like a 23 or a 26.
No,
So-
man.
so you
Oh
just-
my god.
Was it really like that? Was it 26?
Oh, you have plenty of bullets to take out Edward, and after that you can start worrying about reloading.
Oh, man, that's heartbreaking.
But well, I guess the prophecy remains true. I mean, save an AK, get a 4K.
Yeah. Very, very nicely done. I mean, credit to Edward for just wrecking people in that round. Now it's going to be down to Happy and Uzi trying to see if they can pick up a single kill on an RV member here, but it's not so easy. And in fact, they are going to get mowed down at the end by Seized. 14-5 is what we're looking at.
Actually, enough money for a reasonable buy to come out here for LDLC now. Not as many nades as they would like, I'm sure, but still a decent enough number to go into this. Na'Vi, however, they're just fully equipped. Guardian has his AWP, so it's going to turn into a chicken shoot mid if he decides to take it there. Or he may decide to be a bit cheeky and take it elsewhere here. We'll see. He is camping out mid for now, though, so nothing crazy to start. In fact, LDLC really taking their time with this.
Yeah, putting one guy in vents, one guy still in the middle, and then 3 people all the way over towards sub. The map, except nobody is at B, which means if StarX gets really bored and starts to push up, that might, say a lot about what's happening on the map. But it's also a big risk for StarX to take. If he pushes up and somebody is there and he dies, then he's sort of let his team down a fair bit.
Well, for now, it seems like mid. Wow, well played there by Kaylee and his teammate both. I believe it was either Apex. No,
Uzi.
it was Uzi. Catch Guardian completely off guard. And there's the entry for LDLC.
And look at the kind of rotation this forces from Na'Vi. They're so spread out now because they couldn't keep control over mid.
Yeah. So a lot of this is going to be down to Seized. He's here by the horseshoe at the A-bomb site, and he is going to have a big task on his hands. Has to kill basically 4 people. One of them coming in right next to him. The other one is going to be right there. So a really easy opening kill. Looking for Happy now. Seized has been so good in this whole King of the Hill tournament so far. We'll see if he can step it up once more. He's not really sure whether or not someone's there, and Happy really patiently waiting for him. And that's the bomb going to be dropped any second now. Edward comes in with a 1 headshot, goes for a second, and wow, he's on point today.
He's woken up. I mean, it seems like it was seized on Mirage, and this is definitely Edward taking pure aim and making it work. He's sitting at 22 frags. He's top fragging on the map now after that round. I mean, that's several rounds now where Edward just seems to think he's at a shooting range.
Yeah, and what you gotta love about when you watch Edward play is the fact that it's not like the bursts or the wild sprays that he's landing headshots on. It's just the most patient tapping ever.
Mm-hmm.
He could be faced with 3 people and it could easily still be just one tapping people down.
No fear.
No fear and superb aim.
Guardian doesn't have any fear either. He's just going to jump around in the middle of the map and challenge them. I mean, they only have pistols, but that's still a pretty big risk considering how good the global offensive pistols really are. And LDLC right now getting utterly wrecked. It's going to be down to Apex trying to see if he can find a kill onto Edward, and It's taking rather a long time for him to actually pick this up. I don't know what's happening.
There's an invincible fence there, right?
Yeah, maybe there is. Zeus will end it. And we're now looking at a 14-7 scoreline. I'm still finding it very hard to believe that LDLC aren't going to win one of these rounds.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm kind of curious to see if, well, I mean, for all we know, this could be the map pick that LDLC chose simply because they have the experience from the map from a previous game, and they haven't really practiced it. Well, we don't know, but if they have actually practiced this, I would expect them to get 2 more rounds at some point in this game.
Now let's see. A couple of people in the middle, a couple of people over at the staircase, and actually a quick exchange over there as Guardian does return the fact that Starix sort of let go. So that's good news for them. But still, it looks like the name of the game from LDLC's point of view is mid control.
Mid control, mid control, mid control. The mantra that we keep repeating here. That's what this map revolves around. Much like Cache, much like Mirage. I mean, there's a few crucial things on these maps, and mid control is definitely one of them, in particular on Season. But as far as LDLC are concerned, they still kind of seem to be floating around here, looking to see if anybody's going to peek their nose out. And there you go. Edward gets trimmed. Kaylee with a great flick onto him.
Guardian is trying to control this A-bomb site, but that smoke is so valuable right now. Seized, though, still holding tight. That's unfortunate. If they killed Seized here, they'd be very close to winning the round, but they do eventually, and not a moment too late either. Zeus is coming up right from behind him. He makes a lot of noise, but still takes down Uzi, and there's no bomb plant happening. This is going to be a fight to the death, basically. Flashes rain in. Zeus doesn't want to peek too early, and that's because the bomb isn't down. Why would he have to?
Look at Happy, though. Happy is about to get flanked. I mean, now there's shots going out. That smoke, as soon as it clears, Happy, good timing on his part, but that doesn't save him from Guardian with the AWP. Now it's turned into a 1v2, but not for long. Guardian will catch both kills, in fact. So Happy getting caught out. I mean, he needed to start moving half a second earlier, and he might have made it around that corner.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the LDLC players didn't opt to plan for spawn, because that would have completely negated Zeus in that situation, and they would only have to worry about Guardian, who, sure, they might have not known that he was at higher, but it was also smoked off, so you're pretty much leaving yourself in a pretty good position regardless. So I'm not really sure why they opted to go for that bomb plant, because that seemed very forced. And I also think if they just had gone a tiny bit faster and been a bit quicker with the bomb plant, like right after they get down Zeus, or Zeist, I mean, that would have been game-changing for them.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see if Maniac can get the kill over here again on Starix. He will, and this time Guardian doesn't get to return it. So that's a big change from last round. And, well, then Edward elsewhere on the map just going to pick up 1 kill. And that is kind of back to square one.
Yeah, finds Apex at the main entrance to A. So, again, Na'Vi and LDLC, they're just exchanging these 1-for-1s. Zeus will catch Kaylee, however, rotating. Now looking for Uzi. That's going to be Edward again. Second frag for him. And this is just falling apart now for LDLC. Na'Vi just continue to bear down until LDLC Happy comes in and just evens the tables. 2-2.
Yeah, they do have a pretty big health advantage still on Navi's side, and Guardian is covering from a good angle here. Probably going to be able to get a free kill, and Cease actually close by. Guardian picks off 1, and now, well, Happy is going to get taken down by Cease. Some really good communication coming up from Navi, and I like the setup they have initially in the middle here. When they have, I think is it Starix or Zeus that's close to the middle, over by the vent?
Suze, I think that is.
Yeah, so either way, when he's looking this way, as soon as he spots anyone, then he just has to basically call out to a friend who's all the way over in the CT side of middle, and he can peek out and take the kill, and they have a great crossfire setup. And it seems like LDLC haven't figured out a way to use smokes to break that crossfire. You can do it, but the Frenchmen haven't really done it yet. 14-9 is what we're looking at here. I'm worried. I mean, LDLC, they're so close, but not close enough.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more smoke strategies from LDLC at this point, because that's something that was really common on the map in CSS.
Wasn't it in CSS there was no skybox?
Oh yeah, there's no sky. I'm not really sure if there are that many skyboxes on this map. I would hope not. But yeah, there's definitely room for smoking off several places here from different places.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian with the kill in the middle, takes down Kaylee, but they did drop Zeus beforehand, and Guardian's going to peek once again. This time he actually does miss the flick, but now backup's coming. If Starix is going to be walking in as well, and LDLC need to either take this middle or walk away from it. The longer they stay here, the more dangerous this is basically going to be. Uzi with a good kill goes for the duel and loses one more player. Maniac now trapped in a weird corner, going to have to either book it into the vent or go somewhere else, but they're running out of time right now. The bomb is dropped in the middle, and there's only 30 seconds left, and now it's just Guardian left. 28 seconds, and there it is. Maniac will pick up the double, and that is map point for LDLC. It's been a pretty long time coming. I mean, how many rounds in a row did they lose just now?
It's quite a few. I think 4, 5, something to that effect. It was quite a few at least, because LDLC were at the point where they could pretty much buy up whenever they wanted, even if they didn't get a bomb plant. Obviously, that has changed, but they've also got match point, which I think they're okay with.
I think at this point, LDLC, maybe this is going to be the release of pressure, but they still just need a couple rounds here. If they can just keep the pressure up, they just need a couple rounds, right? They need one round. So, Na'Vi, not really seeing where Na'Vi want to go with this. I mean, they have pushed up fairly, and with the AWP, going for a shot and not going to hit.
Su's going to turn up as well, and still the same setup for LDLC, basically just fighting for that mid control as much as they can. One guy gets spotted there, and they can just look at each other. This is so ridiculous. Normally, guys should be able to shoot right through here, but because of the recent update, it's not happening. Guardian returns the double kill that happened for LDLC. Apex and Kaylee picking one each, and this could be the end. We could be headed to Dust 2 right here and now. Guardian wants to take out Maniac, and he will be able to, but there's still a man down, and the bomb is going to be planted, hopefully this time a little bit faster for LDLC.
And this should be LDLC's round. Look at Happy. He's all the way around. They know that there's no threat coming from higher. They've already smoked off well, they've cleared out 2 of the 3 entry points to the site, really.
And they know what Starix is. He just made some noise. Molotov going to go down. Starix charging in. Very manly move, but I don't think it's going to win him the round here. He's going to go and chase Happy down, and Happy's actually waiting. So now it's on Uzi. He's going to peek, and that will be it. 16-9. Took a while for LDLC to close it up, but it happened. And that is good news for us. It means we are going to be moving on to Dust 2. So let's go back to the camera real quick, and we'll see. What do you guys think?